Hey guys, it's Mandy from Mandyleeplays, and in this video, I'm gonna finally do a before you buy for Mario and Luigi Brothership. I am so excited for this video, guys, because I'm so excited about the game. Oh, before we begin, if you like this video or end up liking it, please hit that like button. It helps the video a lot. And if you like this channel and you want to see more, then please consider subscribing. I'm also trying to reach 8K and it would help a lot. Anywho, let's jump right into the video. And don't worry, there are no spoilers in this video. None, no spoilers. Now, the Mario and Luigi series has been laid dormant for almost 10 years. Yeah, there was the Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story remake, but there hasn't been a new entry in the series for a while. So color me shocked when I saw on the Nintendo Direct a new Mario and Luigi game coming out soon. Now, I did do a retrospective of all the Mario and Luigi series up to date. You could kind of look at it as a refresher if you haven't been caught up with the Mario and Luigi series. Now, this video is about me going over everything that we know so far about Mario and Luigi Brothership. The first thing I want to go over is the developers. Now, this section was a bit up in the air because, as you guys may know, Alpha Dream closed down their studios, so they weren't really making the Mario and Luigi game. So the logical question is, who was making Mario and Luigi? And oddly enough, Nintendo was quite hush-hush about it also. So it led a lot of people to assume or predict different developers. But then, closer to release date, we did get a confirmed developer for this game. While Nintendo themselves didn't really outright say it, a person out in the wild apparently got an early copy of the game. And I'm just like, why couldn't it be me? Why? But yeah, someone did manage to get the game early, and now we know that the people developing Mario and Luigi Brothership is none other than Acquire, which is honestly pretty random if you really think about it. Now, Acquire is known for a lot of things, but most notably developing Octopath Traveler and Octopath Traveler 2. So at least I know this game is going into good hands when it comes to making a JRPG. And to add more wholesomeness, Nintendo did say that a lot of the people who used to work at Alpha Dream are currently working for Acquire, helping them develop the game, which is awesome. I love to see that in the gaming community. We need more positive stuff, honestly. This game also marks the first time in the series where it went fully 3D, and it's the first game in the series to go onto a home console. So if you guys don't know, all of the previous Mario and Luigi games were regulated to portable consoles. It was first released on the Game Boy Advance, and from there it went to the DS and the 3DS. I'm so here for the new Mario and Luigi graphics. And from the trailers and things that I've seen, it looks really good. It wasn't just like a Pokemon game where on the 3DS it was good, but then they went to the Switch and it was really bad. No. This is a Mario game. The game looks fantastic. But with this whole new leap into different graphics, there is one concern I have, and that is this game is made in the Unreal Engine, which works notoriously bad on the Switch for some reason. So hopefully there's no big problems with this one. So for this point, I actually have to wait until the game releases and I play it, or if someone way smarter than me can analyze the game behind the scenes. Now, as the making of this video, the review scores for Brothership are out. So this is from Stealth, an account that I follow on Twitter/X. He does really good stuff, go check him out, but I'm just gonna highlight the more notable ones. So My Nintendo gave it a 9 out of 10. Games Hub gave it a 9 out of 10. Nintendo Duo gave it an 8.8 out of 10. VGC gave it an 8 out of 10. PC Magazine gave it an 8 out of 10. Now this is pretty wild. IGN gave it a 5 out of 10. That's pretty low, and I'm eager to see why they gave it such a low review score. Editing Mandy here. I did watch their video and it was such a bad video. None of their points seem to warrant a 5 out of 10, and this further emphasizes the point of don't really pay attention to scores, even the good ones. Next, I would like to go over the setting of the game. So this game takes place in this whole new area called Concordia, which is basically like a parallel universe to the Mushroom Kingdom. Now, Mario, Luigi, and the rest of the Mario mainstay characters gets transported into this land by a mysterious portal that opens up near Peach's castle. Now, Concordia was once a single continent, but it was broken apart in many islands, with each island having their own habitats and biomes. Now the islands were once connected through a uni tree, but it was destroyed a while ago, leading into the state that we see it in when the Mario and gang show up. Each of the islands are inhabited by different creatures called Concordians, and they look a lot like power outlets, so the whole theme of this game is probably electronics, power, lighting, things like that. And now thinking about it, if you combine Concordia, it does sound like connection cord, so I don't know if it was intentional, but I love what they were trying to do with the wordplay. And all that goes well within the story because the main goal is to connect all the islands like you're connecting cables. Oh, and by the way, so basically Mario and Luigi have to travel on this island itself, but it looks like a giant tree boat, and the name of this boat is Ship-Shaped Island. So I think the setting of this game is really cool, and with the different islands, with the different biomes, there's probably a lot of exploring to do, and I'm so excited to get to learn more when the game eventually releases. Now for the meat and potatoes of this video, and that is with the gameplay. Now this part is what defines a Mario and Luigi game as a whole. Now I am happy to report the gameplay is mostly similar to the previous Mario and Luigi games. Now this game is a turn-based game with some mechanics that make it a little bit different from your average run-of-the-mill turn-based RPG. Battles are inhabited in the overworld and revolve around Mario and Luigi inflicting damage on enemies as well as dodging them. In the battle, you will be able to control Mario's actions with the A button and Luigi's actions with the B button. Now if you played any Mario and Luigi game, you'll probably be familiar with that setup, so you kind of have to like press A and B at the same time. While that might sound a bit weird, trust me, you'll get used to it. Alright, just a little tip for newcomers to the Mario and Luigi series. Timing is key. Make sure you time your attacks, not only to attack, but to also dodge and counter enemy attacks. So really get that down as soon as possible, or you'll be in a world of hurt when you play the game. Now one of the biggest changes to the controls is the regular attacks. Regular attacks are done with both of the brothers together instead of individual, and I for one really welcome the change. I feel like it makes the battles feel a lot more action-packed, and it heavily emphasizes the brothers working together to eliminate their foes. And also the brother attacks make a comeback, which of course is like the main staple of any Mario and Luigi game. Well, except for a few. Now these attacks are where the brothers work in conjunction to do major damage to the enemies. Now to pull off these attacks, you go into like this mini-game scenario where depending on the item, it requires you to do different things. And it seems like you need the set item to achieve this brother attack. For example, Koopa shells to do the Koopa attacks, the fire flower plant to do fire attacks, and a lot of other items. Along with all this madness, there's actually two new mechanics introduced in this game. The first new addition is the battle plugs, which functions a lot like the badges in Paper Mario, except it doesn't grant new abilities. However, it adds different modifiers to your attack. For example, if you get an excellent with a perfect jump or hammer, you can also deal more damage to the enemies, or jump attacks against flying enemies will guarantee you a critical hit. Now the battle plugs are in the menu and you can switch them around or on and off. When used, they last for a little while depending on how much charge it has. Now these battle plugs are really convenient, and it does add a little bit of tactical style into the Mario and Luigi games, and I'm really excited to see how they work for myself. Now the second mechanic that was introduced is Luigi's logic. Now this is where Luigi thinks of solutions to various scenarios. Now this mechanic allows Luigi to solve overworld puzzles and can be used in boss battles as well. I love how these mechanics kind of characterize Luigi as this out-of-the-box thinker, kind of like Egag in a way, which is weird, and further emphasizes my point that Luigi is indeed the best character in the Mario series. And these portrayals of Luigi being like this nerdy thing, I really love. Now if you play Dream Team, there is this mechanic called Luiginary Works, which is a lot like Luigi logic in Brothership. Alrighty, so there's Mario, Luigi, Peach, we all know and love those characters, but there are actually new characters introduced for Brothership, so let's talk about them. First is Connie. Now she is a Concordian who is tasked with taking care of the Uni Tree with the main purpose of growing and producing Connector, which is like connecting stuff, and Nectar. And Connector is needed to accomplish the goal of reuniting Concordia together. Next we have is Small Nep. Editing Mandy here, his name is Snap outlet. His name is an amalgamation of stout and outlet, and it further adds to the whole electrical puns going on through this game. And he is the guide for Mario and Luigi throughout their adventure. So he basically plays the role of Duffwell, Starlow, and Prince Dreambert. My personal favorite is Prince Dreambert. He's just so iconic. Now, with every great story, you need some good baddies. So let's go over the villains of this game. First one is Zoket and the Extension Corps. So funny enough, Zoket is actually a misspelling of socket, an electricity socket. So from what I could gather, Zoket's goal is the downfall of Concordia. And with this posse of lieutenants who do most of the dirty work for him, now the lieutenants' names are X, 10, Sean, which if you put it all together spells out extension. Now X looks like a conjugal cable, 10 resembles a headphone jack, and Sean looks like a VGA cable. There's also this party called Idol, which is a team of Concordian children that try to help out, even if they're a little bit mediocre at it. I understand that energy. Now their group name derives from the acronym made up of their initials. So going in order is Irene, Duels, Log, and Elo. Not gonna lie, their names are kind of mid compared to the other puns, but I still love them. Now on to some extra and miscellaneous points that I couldn't fit anywhere else. Now Bowser, Bowser Jr., and the minions do make a return in this game. And knowing the series, Bowser and Bowser Jr. are probably just gonna be there for comedic purposes. I really love that father and son duo. It is very heartwarming. Now this exclusion kind of makes me sad, and that is there are no more mini game bonuses when you level up. In past Mario and Luigi games, for every level that you gain, it increases the stat, but it also gives you a little roulette on the side that will give you extra bonuses to your desired stat. But now they took that away, which sucks. Now in all of Mario RPG games, it is very rare to have side quests, which I actually really like because I loathe side quests. But in Brothership, there are side quests, and there's this whole page dedicated to side quests, so you can keep track of them and which ones you've done and which ones you haven't. And something really neat about the game is Luigi does not need to be controlled all the time, so you don't have to press A and B together the whole time, which is something that probably won't register as a big thing, but it's kind of a big thing, and that makes traversal in the world a bit smoother in my opinion. And that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. You got some good stuff out of it. Tell me in the comments down below if you're excited for Mario and Luigi. Have you played any other Mario and Luigi game? Or if you have any questions, please let me know. Hit that like button if you like, it helps a lot. And if you like this video and would love to see more, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 8K. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day, and as always, play a good game. Peace, peace.